Now the last personality type is amiable. Amiable is their most basic. These people are people that they are more soft-spoken. They are like a mini expressive. They still like praise. They still like recognition, but they like more the nice things such as a candle, being in a bath. You would typically find a lot of amiables being doctors and nurses, people who really care about other people. The biggest thing that drives them is a cause. What tickles them the most is that they love security. They don't like to be taken, they don't like change, but they also are the best caring people. And when I talk about the personality types, drivers are typical entrepreneurs, people that have their own businesses, top salespeople. Now, expressives can also be salespeople, but they're great promoters, and I mentioned that analyticals are more numbers and structure oriented, like engineers and accountants and people like that. I find with amiables, a lot of them are teachers, nurses, doctors, people who serve, who love serving other people. And with them, they get actually along with an expressive very well. They're kind of like a toned down expressive person, but the expressive person can get too much for them. And now they get pretty good along with analytical people, because analytical people, what their biggest thing is they have empathy. And when you work with an amiable, you need to show empathy. Empathy, security, projection, warmth. That is so important to do that. Now, where they clash the most is with drivers, because drivers is like, yes, come on, let's go, let's do it, let's go, let's take on another project. Risk, is nothing to them, and amiable is just the opposite. It is just so happened to be that God gave me a wife who's an amiable, expressive. Sometimes I think she's a little bit analytical too, but she brings out the best in me. But it took a long time to be able to work together and recognize her for where she is at and focus on her hot buttons, and for her to focus on my hot buttons. And that's why two drivers together, that would take a heck of a lot of work. You would think, because they will bump heads all the time. Two analyticals, they will argue all the time. Two amiables won't get anything done, and they won't be really moving a lot, ahead in life. They would just care about serving people and forget that you also have to make money, right? And because nothing happens without money, and so there's a lot of different. We each have our strengths. We each have our weaknesses, or not so, let me say, not so strong points. So we all need to focus on that. So the more you can learn about that, yes, I absolutely recommend getting the course from Dani Johnson, obviously reading my blog post, and then this book, Personality Plus by Florence Littauer. That is a phenomenal book. I'll give you the Amazon link on this. Just focus on getting together, getting along with other people, bringing out the best in other people. That's what's so important. And we realize that when somebody, here's the big one. This is one more thing. The biggest mistake that we can make is that we would tend to expect other people to treat us like this, because they should also know this. Most people don't know this, so they don't even know who they are as a personality type, and don't know how to work with other personality types. They just coming from a gut reaction. And that's why there's something such as personal development, where we develop ourselves, and we need to focus on the well-being of others and helping others and meeting them where they are. You don't need to lose your personality. You just need to become a little bit more expressive, or a little bit more analytical, or a little bit more amiable, and focus, if you're a driver, and focus on the buttons that make them tick. Structure for the analytical and process, security, warmth, empathy for the amiable, and for the expressive, fun, people recognition. With the driver, if you're one of the other types, money, challenge, nice things. People who get things done. I'm like, and so here's going to be the thing. One last little bit of training on this is when somebody talks about giving a project to do something, the amiable is going to respond with, why would I do it? It's about the cause. The analytical is going to respond with, how do I do it? The structure, the process. The expressive is, how quickly can we do it? When can we get done? What kind of fun things is going to be in there? And the driver is going to be, okay, just tell me more or less what to do and I'll get it done. I'll just take care of it. They take over. And so that is the different things. That's what makes people tick. Now, if you want more in-depth training on each of these, I can spend a whole Aloha Friday free training on one specific personality type. You just need to let me know in the comments and I will do that for you. Now, guys, always, at the end here, I have a wonderful gift to give you. It's called my Aloha Laptop Lifestyle Cheat Sheet. That is the 4 steps that I'm using that a mentor gave me 21 years ago to let me follow steps to be able to live the life of my dreams. But it took me 21 years to actually listen to him. And when I made it happen, here I am in beautiful Kauai. And the steps that he gave me is what I still follow on a daily basis. So that is totally free. On my website, johanvanardi.com or rugbydude.com. Boom. You click on that, you get the 4 steps. I guarantee you follow those 4 steps and you start applying that, you will also be able to live the life of your dreams and accomplish the things that you've been thinking about all the time, but just never knew how to get around that. And it's totally free. So take care. Have a wonderful day. God bless you and aloha.